Alright guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel, and today I will show you 4 key mindsets and techniques that I developed along the 10 years of music production, especially drum and bass. So I actually accumulated a lot of success in my journey, and today I'm going to share you these 4 key steps that helped me to achieve the things that I always wanted. So let's start with the key thing number 1, with the mindset number 1, technique number 1. And I call this technique the morning manifestation technique in front of the mirror. So I actually got to touch with a lot of producers, a lot of famous producers in drum and bass scene. For example, Cameron Crooked, Matthews, Magnitude, Anix, Beatles, like basically everybody in the game that is like popular right now and that are pretty famous right now in the game of a drum bass producing. So I actually got their messages in my DMs, and all these messages I feel like happened only because this one thing is that every morning I woke up, the first thing that I did was that I put my headphones on and I got in front of the mirror. And what I did is that I kind of played the tunes that I was working on, and I was in front of that mirror. It's gonna sound like so cringe and it's gonna be so autistic, but trust me, if you want to get the messages from those guys in your DMs and you want to get on the top of the drum bass game, like, just do this. Go in front of the mirror in the morning, first thing in the morning. Get your tracks that you are working on, some ideas, and kind of play the track. And when you are in front of the mirror, imagine that you are playing the track already on the festival, or you are playing the track to the guys in the studio, or you are playing the track, I don't know, or you are sending the track to the guys. So I actually was manifesting the first thing, and it was like dancing in front of the mirror and kind of imagining that I'm playing the track on the Rampage, for example. Fast forward a few years, and I actually played on the Rampage. So in some kind of a weird way, this kind of like the manifestation and universe kind of works. I know it sounds really like woo-woo stuff, and why you should like listen to me. Well, I'm here, and I won the Drum and Bass Newcomer in 23-24. I played on the Rampage. I played on the Beats for Love. I got those messages from the most famous guys in the drum and bass in my DMs, just because I kind of like manifested and used this morning kind of a technique to manifest it. So I know it sounds kind of autistic, but I never heard someone in the industry actually talk about this. And I feel like it is a really big thing behind my success. It's like achieving the things already before the things are happening. So for those who are more in the kind of like law of attraction and subconscious mind, they will kind of like understand that this thing is kind of real, is that your body will feel the feeling of the thing happening before the thing happens. So you kind of learn the emotions, and then the universe will like naturally attract the things to you that you believe and that you believe that are going to happen or happened. And I feel like playing those tracks the first thing in the morning, kind of imagining that I am already the famous guy in the mirror. I am already the famous person. So it's kind of like doing the thing. You kind of saying the universe, you kind of saying the life that I am this worthy producer and I am going to achieve these things. I'm going to play on this festival. I am going to do collab with those guys, especially playing my tracks, like my ideas. It was working. So that's kind of like the tip number 1. And it's kind of like the weird thing, but in some kind of way, I feel like it might help you. It's just helped me. So it's just like, it's a weird thing. I know it's a weird thing, but I never heard someone in the drum bass industry actually talk about this. This is how I do it, and this is how it worked out for me, and it actually worked. The mindset and technique number 2 is that when you are creating a music and when you are creating a track, to decide if you are going to create an emotional track or if you are create a rave track. Why is this important? I was on a call with one of my students on a one-on-one today, and we were going through his ideas and kind of like I was giving him feedback on what things he should probably improve. And this guy actually do not have the name like the I have A.way, so he don't have this like a name for him. And also I was asking him like, what is your EP name? Like, what is your name for the EP? Because we are doing good EP. I'm helping him with the EP stuff, right? So I was asking like, what is the name of the EP? And he was like, I don't know. And I said him, well, that's pretty important, and you should probably come up with a name and come up with the idea of the EP even before starting the EP or even before starting the track. So when you are creating a track, you kind of like need to decide before starting the track, am I going to create this emotional track for emotionally intelligent people? For this like drum and bass people, for example, that like more orchestral music, or am I going to create a track that is going to be strictly rave for parties? I feel like a lot of you guys who are into drum and bass and electronic scene kind of understand that this like drum and bass scene is now divided on two sides. On one side is Common and Crooked Matthews with really like great compositions, nice, intelligent, emotional sounding music for like kind of a really nice experience, almost like a concert on the show. And there is like the second guys who are creating especially the rave music and like kind of like these rave tracks that goes really hard, that do not have really like emotion behind your tracks, or really do not have like a story behind your tracks, but they are just really rave, right? Both of these examples are really great. I'm not saying one is better than another. I'm just saying Common Crooked, for example, they are really big and they are doing great job in this kind of like industry. But there is also, for example, like a Bass Tripper with the In the City track. It kind of hits 30 million milestone, I don't know when, this week. So that's what I kind of like want to encourage you to kind of like decide before creating a track or EP. Am I going this route or am I going this route? Because when you are, for example, creating an EP, you want to have your story already set up. Because the best thing about EP and the most best working EP will be when those 4 tracks, for example, are going to be in some kind of a package, right? Because when you are delivering the music to your listener, there is a lot of chaos on the internet. And when you kind of like package the things for the listener, it will be much more easier for him to consume. So for example, Imanu, he had those Vision EPs, right? Really easy to consume because it was 4 tracks, almost like almost same vibe, almost same visuals, almost same sounds. And it was easy to kind of like remember, oh yeah, this is the Imanu. When you will do EP and every track is going to be different, and will be like no story behind it, it's gonna be just like a rave production. Alright, that's great. But probably people will really fastly like forget about the track unless it's like a really nice sound design, like In the City, right? Or something that will like go through, which is kind of possibility 1 in a million, right? So that's a kind of thing number 2 that I realized in my 10 years is that I need to like kind of think before I create a music. And of course, when you are creating a music just for fun, this is not for you. I'm here for like a serious music producer. So if you are a serious music producer, then you probably should listen to this advice. And if you are so serious music producer, you can go onto the first link into the description. It's my new school community where I teach more of these mindsets, music production. I actually have it open here. It's called A.way Academy. And if you are interested, check the first link. So the next key mindset and kind of third technique that I learned in my 10 years of music production is to record my progress. I know it's gonna sounds like really weird, but these days every producer and every musician is already like a filmmaker. Like we are not even musicians, bro. We're recording videos. Like even me right now, I'm holding the mic and I'm like recording the videos because my music is kind of like, it is enough, but you will need to create your images, or you will need to create your basically marketing and everything around your image. So it will be much more easier to people to consume, because when you will release music just with the blank black square, like of course you can do it, but eventually one day you will get this gig booking and you will want to present yourself. Like you want to go there and you want to be full in black and you will say like, yeah, my marketing is just a black square. Of course, that's like a really nice marketing idea, to be like so minimalistic, like everything is just black square. Like imagine, bro. So record yourself, record your progress. I can't even like tell you how much I improved as a musician and as a person when I'm recording myself and when I kind of see myself in a camera. Like it's this kind of like weird shift when you see your position, how you stand, how you move, how you talk, and who you are in a third person. You can kind of like get this feedback of like, damn, I'm actually not that bad person. Everything is about the self-image. And I started recording my videos like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I was piece of shit. Like honestly, I was so bad in front of a camera, in front of the internet. And for these 5 years of like recording videos, being on a Patreon, being on a YouTube, it just got better. It just got better. Like go scroll down on this YouTube channel and go down to my videos, and you will see the first videos. Like that's pretty cringe. But you know, I was trying because I knew that with every video I was recording, with my production and with different stuff here on the YouTube, I realized that I'm getting better. And also with the music production, when you will record yourself, for example, like I do when I deliver you these tutorials on the production and the videos that I record in the A.way Academy, I realized that damn, I'm getting better with each of a video, and I'm starting putting more and more effort because I know that I'm delivering the value. I'm not here just like to record myself. I'm now delivering the value. So it got kind of like levels. But for the beginners, start to record your progress, because maybe in 20 years you will get back in front of your PC and you will be this famous producer. Right? And for example, one day there will be a company, for example Netflix, and they will ask you, can we do a documentary about your journey? And we'll be like, damn, no. Why no? Because I don't have any footage of me actually creating the music. Why? Because I was so shy. Why? Because I do not believe in myself. Why? Because I do not record myself to see me in a third person, to see that I'm actually not that piece of shit, and then I can improve my fucking music production and life, right? So it's kind of like this cycle. That's what I realized, like in these 10 years, like it's really nice to record yourself, and I would encourage like everybody, even if you are this red person in the room, like actually right now I'm in just like my room that I spend all my life basically in. So just take the phone, record yourself, or record something in OBS. Maybe just like keep it for you, or like you can start to post it on YouTube. So you will be like more motivated, because you will like start to document your journey, and more people will say that they like your music. And now we are getting to the 5 point, and the 5 point is let the people decide if you are worthy. So let your fans decide if they like your music, right? Because I know there's a lot of producers, including myself, I did it, is that I was not sure if my music is good. Because I have kind of like a bad view and opinions on myself, because the world kind of did it to me. And fast for a few years, I realized I'm not that piece of shit. Like I actually can do something, right? I can record videos, I can do the music. But I see a lot of producers these days kind of like not taking action and not releasing the music on a SoundCloud, because they say I'm not good enough. Like, of course, if you can't finish the track right now, like if you can't finish the idea and you don't even know what is drums, you don't even know what is snares, you don't even know what is break and what is the track, it's the first link in the description, A.way Academy. I will teach you everything there. But of course, if you are capable producer who knows how to release music, who knows what is SoundCloud, who knows what is Spotify, who knows how to finish tracks, and maybe you have 20 tracks inside your folder, and we are like, damn, I don't know, I feel like this is not who I want to be. Let the people decide who you want to be. That's the beautiful stuff about this journey and about this way of being producer, is that you will put out your worst track, in your opinion, your worst track on the SoundCloud, and the people will love it. I will tell you actually a funny story. I released the new era of drum and bass, which was the first kind of like bootleg that I released on the Sinful Maze label. Shout out Marksin. And it was the first bootleg that I ever released there on that label. It was 169 BPM or 174 BPM. It's not even a drum and bass BPM tempo. I made that track in 1 hour and a half. It was so bad, I was not satisfied with it, and the Mark decided to release it for me. This track now has 100,000 plays on the SoundCloud. And it was the first track that kind of bring me into the game of drum and bass. For, in my opinion, it was so bad track, like so shit, I don't even like it, I don't even play it. In the eyes of the people and my fans, it was the best track that I ever released. And it got 100,000k plays on SoundCloud. So let your fans decide if your music is worthy. That's why there's a lot of like this drops, you know. You see Anix do a lot of these things on Instagram. So you are like, you post the IDs and you let the people decide what they like. It's actually a best roadmap to kind of like to excel your career as a musician, because a lot of times you will hear like people tell you like, this is amazing. Like for example, that's why I use Instagram stories when I do some idea, even if I don't think it's good or it's like I don't like it, I post it anyway. And maybe sometimes what happens is that people start to comment like, yo, this is dope, like when is this releasing? And this is like a really nice kind of a way to know, yeah, this is probably the idea that will go wild. And I actually, with the Chronicles and with every tracks that I released, and they have like really big numbers on Instagram or on a SoundCloud, on a Spotify, I actually like just firstly post a short clip on the Reels or on a Spotify or on a Instagram, and people kind of started writing me down like, yo, this is so dope, when it's releasing? And that's why I knew, yo, this is a hit, this is what I need to finish and deliver as fast as possible. Also, with this new bootleg of Prodigy that Come Crooked played on the Let It Roll festival on the main stage. It was last year, and it was my fault that I released it almost a year later because I was lazy. I was doing like every other stuff. But when I released that Reels, and when the people actually didn't know that it's my bootleg, but they started me because they were assuming it's my style, and they were writing like, damn, like when is this track releasing? I want to know, like, please, I'm gonna pay you. Like, there's literally people writing me, I'm gonna pay you $300 if you will send me this ID. This is the way how to do the music and how to release your tracks in the drum and bass scene and in the electronic music scene. There will be literally people asking you to drop the ID for thousands of dollars because it's so good. You know, when you will release this track, it's gonna be the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or Beatport, Hypeedit or whatever chart there is here in this world. And this is kind of like the 4 things that I learned in my 10 years of music production. And I hope it kind of opened your eyes as a music producer, and maybe you learn something, maybe you will take the actionable steps. So maybe every morning you will go in front of the mirror. Before you will create a track, you will think about, I'm gonna do rave or I'm gonna do emotional. Maybe you will let the people decide if your tracks are worthy, and maybe you will start to record your progress so you can look back and say, damn, I'm proud of this boy, or damn, I'm proud of this girl. Let's go! So if you like this video and you learned something, please don't forget to like, subscribe. In the comments you can write down what you think about his mindsets. And for those who are really serious on this path and journey, it's the first link into the description. You know what to do. A.way signing out. See you in the next one. Peace.